It's 27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Good morning to you, Yulin Alexander. Good morning, Mildred Smith, Zamora, Shem, Judy, good morning. Veronica Sandy, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine. Hope you've had a great night and that you're up and ready to face the challenges of this brand new day. It is a good day to have a good day. Just letting you know, where there is faith, a whole lot of things can happen. Yeah. Jillian McIntyre, good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing fine, right? It's Good Morning Grenada for today, Tuesday, the 17th day of June. Jennifer Lawrence, good morning. My friend says, good morning, warmest Tuesday blessings. Every second, God blesses you. Every minute, God takes care of you. And every hour, God showers you with prosperity. Because every time I pray to God, I pray for your protection and happiness. Thank you. We've also got a quotation from 1 Thessalonians 5, chapter 5, verse 23 and 24. Now may the God of peace himself sanctify you completely, and may your whole spirit, soul, and body be preserved blameless at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. He who calls you is faithful, who also will do it. Really need to get the glasses, boy. Wow, I'm not seeing at all. 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock, where there is faith, man. Cicely Blackman, Monica Mayros Williams, good morning. Sylvina Charles, Catherine Phillip. Yeah, it is indeed a good day to have a good day, and it's a good time to push. Yeah. Just push. Yeah. Never give up. Classic in the morning time. Yulin Alexander.
Now when you've done everything you know.
Godfrey Lawrence, you good?
Still the problems keep coming.
The word of the day today, that word is vivid. Vivid. V-I-V-I-D. And vivid means producing strong, clear images in your mind. Yeah, vivid, V-I-V-I-D, producing strong, clear images in your mind. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Her vivid imagination made her stories come alive. Her vivid imagination made her stories come alive. Her ability to produce strong, clear images in her mind made her story come alive. Telescope, good morning to you. Splendid Songs and Rhonda, good morning. Joe, good morning. Good morning, Scattershot. Boggy, good morning. Gary Williams, Tiger T, Fali, Collaman, Wagwan, my brethren. Susan and Twine and family. Howdy do? Alice and Donna and everybody. Hoping everything is fine.
Just be transformed and make your mind brand.
The folks inside of Carrier, Rupert and Ezra, good morning.
Because he holds you tomorrow. Where he leads me, I will.
Bevan Swan and family, Yoland, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine, yeah? Hope you had a great night. Natalia Ross, Sylvina Charles, Veronica Sandy, German Unstoppable Roach. Good morning, bro. How are you doing? Want to extend the deepest condolences to Mel, Jeremiah, and family out there in Agai on the passing of our dear beloved friend Cecil. Understand that flags will be flown at half-mast on all police stations today. May your soul rest in peace, man. Good morning to all the politicians of the nation. Nadisha, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing fine, Nadi. Miss G and the folks inside of Cafe Louis. We still have to have the all fours, man. Yeah. Belial, good morning to you. Aggies and Chief, good morning. The motivational tip of the day: take action, not just ideas. Ideas are only valuable when you act on them. Turn your thoughts into real, tangible steps. Good morning, Miss Claudette and the family. Mount Gay, how you all doing? All you doing fine? Nolan George, good morning, bro. Good morning to the folks in Balthazar Pipe. The Dumont family, good morning. Bix and Charmaine. Troll and Janice. Pipe, good morning. Mr. Dunbar. Dunbar Charles and family. Nero, all you good? Nice. Sab, good morning. St. Clouds. Miss Bertil, good morning to you. The Snag family. DJ Eric, good morning to you and your mom and the entire household. DJ Vika, good morning to you. Madame Miss Gloria, good morning. All you do. Caruth, good morning. Harford Village, good morning. Good morning, Mary. Just push, just keep pushing, just keep pushing. What's buzzing this morning? Buzzing, 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 buzzing. Tougher rules for financial institutions. That's locally, right? Also, Parliament debates $10,000 fine for non-compliance. That's up for today. Yeah, Parliament has a sitting today. In the region, Caribbean countries rattled by 2 earthquakes within 8 hours. Internationally, U.S. Senator introduces bill to curb Trump's power to go to war with Iran. And in sports, GFA free nationwide summer of soccer program for ages 6 to 16. Well, that resumes. Raquel Cadets, good morning to you. How are you doing? Nice. Cecil Cadet and family, good morning, bro. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Yeah, it's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Always remember that. Yep. Who's dancing? Miss Wells, good morning to you and the folks out there in Atlanta. Holy Spirit. Kathy and Adams, Kenneth, Zuri, Solange. All of you in the Sunshine State. Sing. Bernadette Robinson, good morning. Greetings from Southern Virginia. Wow. So glad to have you on board. Where's Erlin this morning? Erlin, I'm not seeing you. I'm not hearing you. What's going on? Is everything okay? I hope so, right? Nice.
Spirit, take me to a higher place and fill me with your captivating.
The south of the island, good morning. Point Celine.
Let your Holy Ghost fill my soul.
Frequente. True Blue. Lancapine. Good morning, Jude Bernard and family. How are you doing, bro? Hope you're doing fine, all right? The Curry Pot, good morning. A&R Eatery and Bar, good morning. How you doing? The Chitans at the Curry Pot. The folks in the container going up just around after sunrise. That's the sunrise. Man, can't remember, Lauren Salim, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. Lauren, be a good girl today. Have a lovely day.
So let wisdom be the
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. Coming up in the news, tougher rules for financial institutions as Parliament debates a $10,000 fine for non-compliance today. In the region, Caribbean countries rattled by 2 earthquakes within 8 hours. Internationally, U.S. Senator introduces bill to curb Trump's power to go to war with Iran. And in sports, GFA free a nationwide summer of soccer program for ages 6 to 16 returns. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
A pleasant good Tuesday morning, everyone. I'm Gordon Josephine with the details. Parliament is set to debate a bill today that aims to introduce stricter regulations for financial institutions operating in the country. The legislation proposes administrative fines of $10,000 for financial institutions that violate a codes of conduct. This move is part of a broader effort to enhance the regulatory framework of the banking sector and protect consumers. The bill seeks to amend the Banking Act number 20 of 2015 and incorporates banking and supervisory best practices. It also aims to introduce a new era of marketing conduct as supervision that supports consumer protection, promotes financial literacy, financial inclusion, and market integrity. The regulations will cover areas such as prevention of over-indebtedness, privacy of financial consumer data, and collection and use of personal information. If passed, the ECCB will have the power to issue codes of conduct to licensed financial institutions, which will have the force of law and be published in the Gazette of each member territory. This legislation is part of a regional effort to harmonize financial regulations across the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, the ECCU member states, including Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Kitts Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Montserrat. A landmark initiative to boost pandemic preparedness in the Eastern Caribbean was launched in Castries, St. Lucia. The project, funded by the Pandemic Fund, will benefit 6 countries, including Grenada. It aims to build resilient health systems to detect and respond to future health threats. The project takes on a One Health approach, recognizing the link between human, animal, and environmental health. It will focus on preventing outbreaks, detecting them early, and responding quickly. A strong call has been made for steeper penalties against those involved in sand mining, a practice that poses significant threats to ecosystems and coastal areas, particularly when left unregulated. The environmental impacts of sand mining are far-reaching, including coastal erosion, loss of land, and increased vulnerability to flooding and storm surges. In an exclusive interview with GBN on Tuesday morning, Devon Baker, Director of Technical Services at the Ministry of Carriacou and Pedimatnic Affairs, expressed deep concerns over the practice in Carriacou. We have more in this report.
An area that is highly sensitive. It is a protected area. So regardless, mining is not supposed to happen, but we understand there's a construction boom, but still people are using the opportunity to come in here. And if you look around, you can see a lot of impressions where people remove sand. And this beach is a beach that has been heavily eroded prior to the storm. It's a beach that has been, a project has been initiated on this beach under the Green Climate Fund to the EDA in the Ministry of Climate Resilience, where we're going to look at restoring the beach, providing some extra protection. And while we're trying to do that, people are still coming in and removing the sand, which really doesn't make sense if you see the beach going away. It's already disappearing. So you really need to protect it and not take the sand away. And we need to see that some form of enforcement of the law is effective in this area so that sand mining is not a daily occurrence as it seems to be right now.
Baker urged caution, saying that the materials used for construction may not be the safest alternative.
Right, so the people need to understand as well that this is a detriment to you. Stand for construction, which stand for construction is not the most efficient thing. You put yourself at risk, your investment at risk at the same time, so it's a waste of money. So the people need to kind of own the landscape and try as much as they can to protect it and to protect themselves.
And that concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather. They are straight ahead. Turning our attention now to the region, Caribbean countries rattled by 2 earthquakes within 8 hours. We've got this and more in this OCM News report.
Several Caribbean countries are rattled by 2 earthquakes, which occurred within an 8-hour period. According to the Trinidad and Tobago-based Seismic Research Center of the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies, the last tremor occurred at 9:40 a.m. today. It had a magnitude of 3.9 and a depth of 17 kilometers. The tremor was felt 80 kilometers east-southeast of St. George's, Grenada, and 137 kilometers north-northeast of Arima in the east of Trinidad. The SRC says the first quake had a magnitude of 3.6. It occurred at 1:31 a.m. today and had a depth of 19 kilometers. It occurred at 1:31 a.m. and had a depth of 19 kilometers. It was felt 81 kilometers southeast of Rosso, the capital of Dominica, 88 kilometers southeast of Pointe-à-Pitre in Guadeloupe. It was located 137 kilometers north of Fort-de-France, the capital of the other French-speaking Caribbean island of Martinique. The SRC says there were no immediate reports of damage or injuries as a result of the 2 quakes. The Barbados Police Service is investigating another homicide. This one occurred in the wee hours of today. Police at District A Station are now conducting investigations into a shooting which occurred at around 12:03 a.m. at Skeets Road, Ivy St. Michael. Their initial investigations have shown that the man was in the area of Skeets Road when several gunshots were heard. 39-year-old Anderson Calderon was hit. A medical doctor visited the scene and pronounced Mr. Calderon dead. Mr. Calderon was from North Close, Wildy, St. Michael. Investigations are continuing into that matter. And there appears to be hope that a coalition involving the People's National Congress and the Alliance for Change in Guyana should happen in time for the September 1st regional and general elections. After a week of the blame game between the 2 parties and a collapse of the talks, the Partnership for National Unity and the PNC could still go into the elections together. The PNC was a major part of APNU when there was defeat in the last general elections. At a news conference last Friday, PNC Reform Executive Ganesh Mahipal said the door is not yet closed on the possibility of a coalition.
My party, the People's National Congress Reform, which is the largest stakeholder in the APNU coalition, has not shut the doors on negotiations. I am still optimistic that we can find common grounds, but what I'm absolutely certain about is the presidential candidate will be Aubrey Compton Norton from the People's National Congress Reform, and I firmly believe that he will be the next president of Guyana.
There have been disagreements over who should be the presidential and prime ministerial candidates should the parties win. The 2 sides have been unable to reach agreement on the ratio which will cover appointments to various positions should they be successful at the elections.
And looking further afield, U.S. Senator Tim Kaine has introduced a bill requiring President Donald Trump to seek congressional authorization before ordering military strikes against Iran. The move comes amid escalating tensions between the U.S. and Iran, with pro-Israel groups calling for U.S. involvement in the conflict. The bill cites the 1973 War Powers Resolution, which aims to limit presidential powers to engage in military hostilities without congressional approval, and reaffirms Congress's constitutional authority to declare war. A U.S. judge has temporarily blocked President Donald Trump's order to bar foreign students from attending Harvard University. The decision, made at a hearing on Monday, extends a restraining order until June 23rd. Harvard argued that Trump was using its students as pawns. The administration had opposed the university's request for the preliminary injunction. The case will continue to be reviewed, with Trump's national security concerns over foreign students being weighed against Harvard's claims. And finally, a UN report has warned that extreme hunger will worsen in 13 global hotspots, with 5 countries at intermediate risk of starvation: Sudan, Palestine, South Sudan, Haiti, and Mali are facing severe food crises due to conflict, economic shocks, and climate-related hazards. The UN's FAO and WFP are calling for urgent humanitarian action and aid delivery to prevent starvation and death. Without help, people in these countries face extreme hunger and risk of starvation. That's the regional and international news at this time. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. The Grenada Football Association is bringing back its popular Summer of Soccer program. This year's program will run from July 7th to 31st and August 18th to 29th, and it's completely free for boys and girls aged 6 to 16. Sessions will be held Monday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at various venues across all 7 parishes, including Carriacou. The Summer of Soccer program is a flagship initiative of the GFA's grassroots strategy aimed at developing young footballers and identifying future talent for national youth teams. The program is open to all, and the GFA encourages parents to register their children and take advantage of this no-cost opportunity. Here are the venues for each parish: in St. George, Queen's Park and Montrouge; in St. Andrew, Victoria Park; in St. David, Bellevue; in St. John, Cuthbert Peters Park; in St. Mark, Old St. George Park; in St. Patrick, Plains Playing Field and the Fond Playing Field; and in Carriacou, Hillsborough Playing Field. 2 talented young karate athletes from our island nation are representing Grenada at the Ascension 2025 Junior Pan American Training Camp being held in Paraguay. Ethan Courtney, 20, and Lorenzo Asnagi, 15, will join other top karate athletes from across the Pan American region for a week of elite training and competition. Ethan, a Caribbean kata bronze medalist, will compete in the under-21 category, while Lorenzo will participate in the cadet division. Their coach, Tisag Chase, will accompany the team to the training camp, which runs from June 16th to 22nd. Coach Chase is optimistic about the team's chances, citing Ethan's years of competition experience and Lorenzo's recent outstanding performance at his DAN examination. The Grenada Karate Federation has thanked the Pan American Karate Federation, Pan Am Sports, the Paraguayan Olympic Committee, and the Grenada Olympic Committee for the support in making this opportunity possible. This initiative is part of the Federation's strategy to expose Grenadian athletes to world-class training environments and strengthen their development ahead of key international competitions, including Junior Pan Am 2025 and Junior World Championships 2026. That's all the sports we've got for you at this time. We'll have more sports in our luncheon edition and, of course, in our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
It's 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. For the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Finba Frank at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Finba.
Hey, good morning. It's a partly cloudy morning down here, and that's a bit stretch throughout most of the state. We have some showers passing by to the southeast. The winds blowing from east at 16 miles per hour. Pressure actually above the mean and rising at 1015.6 millibars. Present temperature 27.9, Orange 81%. Maximum temperature here within the last day got up to 30.4, while the minimum temperature last night was 26.5. Please note, all temps at all times are in degrees Celsius. In terms of rain here within the last day, not much, only 0.8, hence for the month so far. Total goes up to 37.3 millimeters of rain, but this is only for the airport. Now let's take a look at the forecast values for the day and the nighttime. The weather expects to be partly cloudy and windy with a few light showers during the morning and then again during the nighttime. Maximum temperature should get up to near 31 degrees. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, but gusting higher at times. Waves should get up to near 8 feet. That's in some swells pushing in from the east, hence the seas will be moderate. If you're going out at sea and you have a small craft, please know that there is a warning out for you because you could meet waves up to 8 feet in easterly swells. Tides will be high not too long from now, just about 7:30, and then low this afternoon near 2 o'clock. Sunset 27 to 7, and sunrise on Wednesday 17 to 6. Just to recap the forecast follows for the day and the nighttime. The weather expected to be partly cloudy and windy with light morning and nighttime showers. Once more, if you're going out at sea and you have a small craft, please note that there's a warning out for you because you could meet waves up to 8 feet in easterly swells. That's it for the Met Office. I'm from Frank.
Thank you very much, Finba. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
All right, folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Shop with confidence at Courts. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
It's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Tougher rules for financial institutions as Parliament debates a $10,000 fine for non-compliance today. In the region, Caribbean countries rattled by 2 earthquakes within 8 hours. Internationally, U.S. Senator introduces a bill to curb Trump's power to go to war with Iran. And in sports, a GFA free a nationwide summer of soccer program for ages 6 to 16. Now that has been the morning edition of news for today, Tuesday, the 17th day of June, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a safe and productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. Reaching out and saying good morning to my brother Oswald Pele Dabo. Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Folks, we've got the traffic report coming up momentarily. Stick and stay with us.
If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
mile by mile. It's legacy, a beat that don't stop like Bob Marley say. One love on top. These sewage water out of sight, but it's always wrong. Don't lose the light. From factories and wells so deep, corals, mangroves and fish they weep. Bring water for the garden, keep it green. Save the cash and the earth gets clean. We use the water with a mindful mind. It's out of sight but never far behind. In nature, the answers always flow. Like water running pure, the cycle grows. It renews itself, same drop, same beat. It's all good, man, you got the heat. Water flow, water flow. No clean water, no vibes they grow.
And folks, it's 14 minutes after 7 o'clock. We now join Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force for this morning's edition of the Traffic Report. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you and good morning to all your listeners as well. And we know it's that time of the day where you get your traffic reports, ensuring that you get to work on time and you get to work safely. It's a beautiful morning and having reports from all the relative areas such as the town of Grenville and the town of Wharf, the town of St. George's, and even the Grandlands area. And what I can report safely is that all those areas are relatively quiet with the movement of traffic at the moment. Also, all the adjoining roads are rather quiet at this time. No obstruction, no accidents in either of those areas. In some of the areas, the road might be a bit wet still from the rain from overnight. And I just want to urge drivers to be a bit cautious while you travel along those roads. Remember, we have some potholes in some of the areas, so you need to exercise some caution while you're driving along our roads. Remember, as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, our roads will get busier. And I know most of the areas that I would mention this morning will be the area of the Caledony Public Road, heading on to the Toby Public Road with exit onto the Woodlands Public Road, and also our Grandlands Public Road. Even in the town of St. George's and most of our towns, the traffic gets a little bit heavier as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. I just want to urge persons that if you have not left home as yet and you have to get to work for 8 o'clock, please do so that you can avoid the rush hour and avoid the unnecessary traffic. Just by way of a traffic tip this morning, I just want to go to the side of motorcycles. That all motorcycle riders and the tail-on riders must wear a helmet while they are riding. Failure to wear a helmet can lead in ticket fines, or the matter can end up in court where they can be charged and for that offense. And it is also your safety as a motorcycle rider and a tail-on rider that you be aware of your safety. So wearing a helmet is also for both you guys' safety, and also wear appropriate protective gears while riding. Be aware of blind spots from other movement or moving vehicles. Your safety is important as well. I just want to urge persons to have themselves a wonderful day, and as they get to work, they get to wherever the destination is, drive safely and drive to arrive alive. And the question that we ask every morning:
if you're texting,
who's driving?
Who's driving? Corporal Paul, thank you very much, and kudos to your team at the Traffic Department and by extension the RGPF. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, and you as well, and all your listeners.
Thank you very much. Folks, that was the Traffic Report. We take a quick commercial break. When we get back, the conversation begins.
Climate change.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all. Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Good morning and welcome to the conversation, the first leg of the conversation this morning. As you can see, my morning is well made. I've got two beautiful young ladies by me, so my morning is all good. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Wow, that's harmony in the voices. Yeah, that's harmonious, man. How are you doing?
We're great.
Okay.
Thank you. How are you?
I am alive and thankful.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning, Val.
Good morning.
All right, that's for Dad. Good. I know Dad is watching. All right. Now, the last time I spoke with you, my dear friend, the names. Let's get the names so that my audience can know clearly who I'm speaking with.
Sure. My name is Tiffany Gordon.
And I'm Valerie Andrew, and together we make Embody.
Embody. All right. Now, Valerie.
Yes.
Valerie, the last time you were here, you were with Deb.
Yes, I was.
All right. And you launched this book, Winnie and the Waves. How is it going thus far?
Oh, it's going great. Actually, right now we're on a school tour. So it ran from the 10th of June, and we'll end the last day of school, which is July 4th.
Okay, and the reception from people who looked at it, read it, browsed through it, how is it?
Oh, the kids love it, especially the animations, because it has a 3D effect.
Right.
They love it, and a lot of the kids actually relate to Winnie and being afraid of the water and that type of stuff. So it's very good.
I am together with the kids.
Yeah.
I was so afraid of the water. Now, coming out from, it seems like you have a very deep aquatic passion.
I do, yes. I do.
Yeah, so you have a summer camp coming up.
So we have the Grenada Learn to Swim week again. It starts on July 7th and it runs for that week. I think this year we might 3 weeks of free swim lessons, so look out for that. But it starts July 7th.
Okay. And you're a swimmer as well?
I swim, but I used to be a swimmer, a national swimmer, like Val.
Yeah, we swam together.
Okay,
so
okay.
That's how we became close friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the swimming sessions that you have coming up, where locations and so forth.
Ms. Deb would have to speak more to the
all right
swimming segment.
Okay, all right. But this is doing fine.
Yes, it is. It's doing well. Doing great.
All right. Okay. So what else do you want to share with us?
Well, we want to talk about the Fitness Expo that we have coming up.
Yes. Well, that's the core. That's the core of it, your Fitness Expo.
Yes.
So on June 28th at Monrouge Playing Field from 12 to 5 p.m., we have the National Fitness Expo powered by ACB Grenada Bank. And it would be a day filled of fitness activities, fitness vendors, everything to do with nutrition, health, and fitness, you name it, it will be there. And we want to invite as many persons as possible to come out. We have a lot of fun activities where you can win small prizes, like games that we used to do when we were younger, three-legged race, that type of stuff, lime and spoon. We have attractions for the kids, bouncing castle, so forth. And we also have at 3 p.m. a grand knockout fitness challenge for the fitness persons. And they have 4 rounds of competition. It's going to be intense, but it's going to be exciting. So we hope to see as many people there.
I have one request on this, right? ACB is behind this.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Ensure that Miss Wana participates. Okay?
I'll let her know.
Yeah? Miss Wana, you have to participate. Okay? If you don't, then, you're the weakest link. She has to take part in the fitness challenge.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That might be a bit too intense
Yes,
for her.
the fitness challenge.
You might not know. Miss Wana might just love the intensity.
You might be surprised.
You might be surprised. Now, the idea for this fitness stuff, how did that come about?
Right, so I'll start with a little bit about what Embody really is. Embody is an initiative that Val and I started to promote personal development. So we would host events that fall under 3 main categories, so financial health, physical health, and mental wellness. So this event is an opportunity to promote physical health as a part of personal development for Embody and, for the greater community.
That's a wide scope but a very deep initiative. Now, what drove you all to get into that initiative? I mean, among all other things, You know, you chose that mental health, financial health, and
physical health.
Yeah. How did you come about this?
Well, I would like to say that Val and I, like we said, have been friends for a very long time, and we share a lot of similarities, and we noticed that every time we got into the same space, we would have these discussions of wanting to do more in like investing in Grenada, having better nutrition. So we thought that we could, while we were on the journey of becoming our better selves, why not invite the Grenadian community to take part with us?
Okay. And what has the reception been like thus far? I mean, people responding. There's a big thing. As a matter of fact, Sunday was World Mental Health Day, or Day of the Elderly. But a lot of focus is being placed on mental health and wellness in recent times, because the pressures of life could really throw you off if you're not mentally tough, you know. So
the reception so far has been great, but I would say, based on the events we've done so far, mental health has had the least amount of traction in terms of getting an audience out. So we see that there's still a need for persons to be okay with coming out to understanding about their mental health. And I think physical health and financial health are a bit more long-standing, and mental health is just coming to being, but financial gets the most traction. Everyone
wants to make
everybody
money.
Everybody wants to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
But I really want you all to do more in sensitizing the public on mental health, because we have a lot of people walking around who appear to be normal, but they ain't.
Yeah, it's true.
And because of the stigma and discrimination, whenever someone is mentally challenged, they think, oh, he mad or she mad, and Mongay pink house and this kind of thing. And we really need to do stuff to get rid of that taboo. That people need to understand that just as you go to the medical practitioners when you have a little pain on the chest, or you see a swelling somewhere, you go and check it out. Your mental health is abstract. All right, you can't really see it. You might see someone acting normal and they're not. So it's equally important, or maybe even more important, to pay attention to your mental health, because if you're mentally sound, then the financial health and thing and so forth could come along. But if you're mentally deranged, it ain't happening.
So I would add to that, though, saying the reason we chose all three categories are because we see the play between all three in terms of shaping us. Because a lot of times people go through mental distress because they're lacking financially, or it could be something in their body. They don't eat healthy, they don't eat right. That triggers, we are chemical beings, and that triggers certain things in the brain that could also lead to mental health issues. So it's like they all tie into each other. But the better you are mentally, obviously the better you can do financially, because you're of sound mind. And so they all intertwine, and our goal is to show how they intertwine and how you can get that balance of all three to become a well-rounded, normal,
a whole individual. A sort of trilogy kind of thing.
Yes, they all play into each other.
You know what I admire about it is that for you all are pretty young, and for you to take on such a tough,
ambitious task.
Yeah, you said it right. You couldn't have said it any better. You know, I do hope that you all get the sort of support, because to put on this sort of activities and events, it's costly. All right, so I do hope that Corporate Grenada is lending their support to you, and I also want to challenge you, all right, because you all are tongue girls. You all are from town?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
I'm certain that Mike, Alexis, and Andrew Jerome would love to hear me say that because they like to call me, you're from the country and they're from town. But so I'm going to talk in their language now. Decentralize it. You know, I'd love to see initiatives like this happening in Lassa Jess and in Progress Park and in Four Playing Field and Plains and Cuthbert Peters Park, because Grenada is bigger than St. George's.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so one of the ways that I am certain that you get the full traction that you should get is by spreading it. Okay, not leave St. George alone, but everything happens in St. George. So every now and then, show one in the rural communities, right?
Yes,
sure.
So as we wrap, tell us again this activity that's coming up, the
National Fitness Expo powered by ACB Grenada Bank.
Okay.
Yes.
The date?
June 28th. So
that's
that
next
is
week,
next
Saturday?
Yes, Saturday.
Yes.
And it's from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's a fun day, a fun health day?
It's a fun health day. There are a few components like Val would have mentioned. So there are going to be businesses in the health industry showcasing their products or their services. We also have the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Sports taking part in this as well. Then we're going to have some fun challenges. So for the whole family to participate in, adults and kids, like the lime and spoon, the wheelbarrow. We also have some free fitness trials where you can participate in some movement for about 20 minutes. So Zumba, Pilates, calisthenics, Taekwondo.
Why you all stop talking English all of a sudden? That's the only language I communicate.
That's why I need to stop,
so you can see. Yes. And then lastly, from 3 to 5 p.m., we are going to have the Knockout Fitness Challenge.
Okay.
For the more athletic person, I would say a test of endurance.
Like
yes, like you.
Val, we in that, right?
So the Knockout Fitness Challenge, males and females will participate, and the top winner in male and female category will win cash prizes and kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, just to add, the sign up for the fitness challenge happens before the day. We have a link available on our flyers. You can follow us on embody.gnd on Instagram and Facebook to get access to that. We still have a few spots left, so persons can sign up.
Well, if you have a few spots left, that means the interest is very keen. With just a few spots left, that's good. All right, so I'm challenging you sometime before the end of this year. I want to see an activity like that put on in Lassa Jess, okay?
And Lassa Jess?
Yeah, Lassa Jess playing field. That's not a fitness challenge. That's a real challenge now. Okay? All right?
Yes.
And I want to take the time off and wish you all the best. Two very ambitious young ladies. The sky is the limit for you all. And when you all attain that level of success, don't forget the small men like me. Okay?
Of course.
Thank you for having us,
folks. Don't forget, it's next week Saturday at Montrouge starting from 12. It's a fun family day that will be beneficial in more ways than one. Make it a date and be there. We take a quick break. When we come back, I have my another friend of mine, Mr. Eugene Gittens. He's going to be with us. Stick and stay with us. We'll be with you right back. Don't you go anywhere.
A neurologist is a specialist physician who deals with conditions affecting the nervous system. So that includes the brain and the spinal cord and some muscle disorders as well.
Brain health is extremely important, not only for the patient, but for the family, and it affects our social, occupational, and emotional function.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Looking to take your business to new heights? Advertise with GBN on our social media platforms and get noticed by our 138,000 plus followers. Reach a massive engaged audience ready to connect with your brand. No matter your business size, GBN is here to help you grow. Contact us today at admin@gbn.gd or WhatsApp 407-8458 to get started.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. As promised, I've got with me my good friend, Mr. Eugene Gittens, producer. He's everything, music and more. And this morning, he's in his capacity as the interim president of AMP Grenada. He's going to expound on that. Good morning, bro. How are you doing?
Hey, good at you, sir, man. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, all is well?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I don't think for some...
Picking up good?
Right, yeah. All right, that's
better?
Yeah, that's okay. Good, lovely.
Cool.
So, how have you been doing, Eugene?
I'm okay, man. Keeping busy for the season. You know, it's season's upon us. So.
As a matter of fact, I want to run a track that you've got, and if my producer could pull up on for the TV,
ampp.gd.
Right.
ampp.gd.
ampp.gd. We want to show that. But this is one of Eugene's production for this year. Let's take a listen to this.
As a t-shirt says.
Lovely.
Nice.
Tell us about this job.
Oh, okay.
Symphony.
So it's interesting. About 2 years ago, I sat and I said, I want to do something to take jab music to, I don't say a different level.
Yeah.
A different level. Something unique. And I sat there and this idea came for why don't you try to make a symphony out of it? So came along with the idea that it starts with bam 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 bam, yeah, like a symphony kind of thing. And then I decided to also add different elements to it. So I added a little pan in the beginning, bam, 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 And then I brought in some choir, voices, and eventually some violins, which is, you don't hear that in an average jab, some violins and stuff.
Jab is drum and bass.
Yeah, drum and bass.
And
exactly. And of course, you have the original elements, the jab drum and the conch shell. Those are in there for sure. You can't do jab without that. Yeah. And I came up with this rhythm. And I also want to mention, that whenever I do things, I collaborate. So one of the people who mixed this for me, and the mix and the master, I have the ideas. I like to just sit down and come up with ideas and lay it out. But the mixing and mastering are key to when it reaches you.
Yeah.
And it was mixed by a good guy I really admire a lot, a guy called Joshua Benjamin. Brilliant musician, brilliant.
Is he Grenadian?
Yeah, Josh. Okay. He has his company is called Stick to the Plan.
Okay.
And he mixed it and mastered it. And when I got back to final, I'm like, This is what you had in mind. This is what I had in mind. Okay. And I have to thank you, because when I made it, a couple of people say, boy, that was complicated. Yeah, I know if I could sing on that no more, because it had too much instruments in it. And but I gave it to you, and you actually started using it as a theme last year, I think.
Yep.
For Carnival. I hope you do it again this year. But recently, Goka, the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs, and you know about this, had this masterclass with Casey Phillips of Trinidad, who's like a top producer in Trinidad, internationally well known. And we had to showcase some of our work. And while this thing was going on, went on for about 2 weeks, I think. While he's talking and giving us, little tips and stuff, that's a rhythm I had on my computer, and I'm adjusting it based on what he's saying. I'm fixing this, fixing that, touching it up a little bit. And at the end, we had to present it. So I played it. And Casey and everybody in that room, the reaction was amazing.
It was wow.
It was wow. It really wowed everybody.
It was a wow moment.
Casey's like, Eugene, you better get some artists and drop on that, otherwise I will,
Yeah.
And all the other guys in there, it's really nice to get that kind of peer recognition, because these are the top producers in Grenada,
Yeah,
the
Casey,
Peg Jones, the experts, everybody.
Yeah. Casey does work for Chris Brown and those guys.
Big guys.
He hardly does any soca thing now. He dabbles in it a bit, but he's moved past that.
Yeah.
So for him to give you that kind of kudos, that means you've got it locked.
Yeah, and he said, put some artists on it. So right there, from the same guys in the studio, Lion Pope, Lyndon Pope, he said, boy, I'll hook you with Tempest. Tempest got Tempest on our rhythm. Okay. And then the guys in Caracou, they got Short Perry and Slaughter on it.
All right.
There were some other artists who asked me to use it, and I gave them permission, but when they sent back what they had, I wasn't too impressed. So I've just releasing what I kind of like, what I like.
Let's take this Short Perry and Slaughter.
Oh, sure.
Don't get upset. You don't play no job yet.
job. Some people playing Juve and Jackson and they playing job. Just because I'm black up, that's your face and them is a job.
To be a Christian, when you must get baptized. And when you come to
be a Christian, you have to get baptized. So the same applies. To be a job, you also have to get baptized.
Oh my goodness.
I give me a little piece of temptress. I give me all this because temptress is something very different with it.
That's shot pre and slaughter.
Yeah.
But now here's Temptress on that same
rhythm.
Temptress is kicking up a storm. Yeah. Let's take a listen.
Both of these are kicking up a storm.
Temptress, watch mass. We ready for pan and jam. We culture. Watch mass. Hey. What? All ready for panorama. All ready to play some panel in the front with a single tenor, jumping up with the baddest band. Jumping up on stage, tell them it's pan we playing, tell them it's job we playing. See me on front page, jumping up on stage, tell them it's pan we playing.
Yeah, so that's a little sample of the rhythm, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what I like about it takes jab music to a different dimension.
Exactly, and that was the goal.
Yeah.
That was the goal. And Temptress, it's funny about that because rhythm, this whole idea of rhythms came from Jamaica. It's reggae music, you dance hall, you know. And before you had one song on one piece of music. But now you have a piece of music and you could have different artists on the same piece of music. And what is most interesting about it is what you get back.
Yeah.
It's like, I as a creator, I'm like, when I hear this stuff, I'm like, wow, look at what I did to this music, And Temptress, what she did, interestingly, she heard the pan in the beginning and she said, I'm going to write pan and jab. So it's how the music speaks here. It's how the music speaks here. Yeah. So she go with pan and jab, whereas Sharpie went with a more jab kind of vibe, Yeah. But the thing about Temptress is that the song was actually written, the words were written by David Peck Edwards' son, who's a pan man himself.
Oh,
he helped her with the lyrics. And you could hear the beauty of it, all getting ready for panorama, are you ready? Six bass, cello and guitar, those are the different pans, and see me on front page, jumping up on stage, it's just a brilliant idea.
When I look at Temptress, that niche that she's carved out for herself, I'm saying to myself, I'm certain when Temptress started vocalizing like that, she never intended to have that spot. What I'm saying, she's evolved in such a dynamic artist, And Temptress, all the best to you, girl. Big up your whole self. You understand? I'm proud of you, and the sky's the limit with that attitude and that aptitude that you've got.
She's a true artist, because I was down there on the carnage Sunday, and I watch her. Before she goes on, like a lot of artists, she's real quiet and everything. But once she gets on stage, it's like explosion, different person almost,
But in any case, man, to you, Eugene, people might not know. For those who don't know, some might know you as an academician or academician or whatever, but you're talented.
Well, I grew up with it.
And you've been in this for eons, People might not know that, but, it's time that you start coming forth, and I saw us up and say, come forth.
Come forth.
And show yourself.
I've been coming forth, but, I've been coming forth for a while, but I play all different kinds of music. I play little jazz, all that and that. But, to me, it's nothing like doing something of your own. And that's the thing about attracting me to jab music is that this is Grenada's own music, our stamp on the world, Jamaica has reggae, Grenada has jab. That's our thing. So we, as music practitioners, really should be trying to enhance that product, So that was the whole goal behind it.
And it's good that you say that, because since Casey Phillips that was here, I remembered in the early years when I would travel down to Trinidad for his dad, Kenny, to arrange for me. The late Swiper is the one who introduced me to Kenny Phillips. And we were having a conversation. I remember that time I worked at Barclays, so we were having, because he too come from a banking background.
Oh, yeah,
and we were talking. And he was like, Grenada has a sound. Not a song, a sound.
Yeah.
And all how other territories try to copy that jab sound. They can't. They'll make a jab song, but it could never sound like the real jab.
I mean, it's traditional. I mean, the patterns. There's a drum pattern that goes with a jab. If you listen to a real jab band, the drum patterns, the chants, those are all unique things. The conch shell. These are all unique features. So it's just to take those elements and put them. Get them in the studio.
Let me put you on the spot this morning. You could play the fifth if you want, right? In Grenada, who you think is the realest jab artist?
Well, it depends. It depends, because there's stages. So Talpuri would have kind of introduced it to the world. Lava Man is king. Lava Man is a veteran. I like the stuff that Jab King is doing. It's kind of a new generation jab. So I mean, but there are a lot of great jab artists. I mean, a lot of them. But those are the three that come to mind at this moment.
Right. Because we're running out of time already.
Let's talk about AMP.
AMP. Yes. Tell us, what is AMP exactly?
So AMP is the Association of Musicians, Producers and Performers of Grenada. AMP Grenada.
Okay.
And so GOCA, I think that's what I was trying to say, the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs, has encouraged all the creative sectors. So we have gastronomy, you have fashion, you have...
That's what you're talking about there.
There we go. Right. Great.
This is GBN, and you forget to know it. This is GBN, man.
Excellent. Thank you, guys.
Did you expect anything less from us? Come on.
Go back to the top of the page, just see. Yeah. So they have encouraged all of the different sectors to form associations. So rather than one person coming and asking GOCA for this now, an association represents the whole body. And so we were I was very committed to this, and with support, we were able to launch, before all the others, AMP Grenada. And we had some help, because they actually are AMP in the other regions. So there's an AMP St. Lucia. We were the ones that were out of the picture. There's an AMP St. Lucia, there's an AMP St. Vincent Dominica. So we didn't have to reinvent the wheel, so it gave us a head start. So we're the first organization to have launched, first association to have launched in terms of the creative sectors. The others are on the way to being launched. As a matter of fact, we're just waiting for them to just complete, things like the incorporation, the bylaws, all that kind of stuff. And we'll all launch as a group through GOCA. GOCA will be, organizing this official launch very soon. They're going to announce it very soon. But we also created a website, as you just saw there, and we did a membership drive. So right now our memberships are over 200 musicians, producers, performers. What I want to announce today, though, is that one of the things we have in mind as a kind of flagship program is to do a Grenada Music Awards. We want to award, you need to award and respect and honor and recognize the people who make that kind of musical contribution. Because if you put out music from the whole thing, ain't nothing happening. There'll be nothing. So we want to recognize, the best producer, the best arranger, the best artist, all the genres, whether it be gospel, whether it be soca, whether it be jab, whether it be all the different genres of music, reggae, local Grenadians. One of the things, though, just probably like the media associations, we encourage those who haven't joined yet to join, because as a membership organization, I think we may be forced to recognize members. So if you're not a member, we might not be able to recognize you.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we like, and again, this we hope to do after Carnival, more like November or so, because it will take time to put this all together. But I would encourage those of you, again, artists, musicians, producers, and even people involved, like with artist management, could join. We've opened it to that to become a member, and to those who have joined and haven't heard anything as yet, to let them know that the organization with the association, with all the other associations, is going to be launched very soon.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Now let me ask this. Someone might be asking, what does it benefit me to join AMP?
Yeah. So the benefits are numerous. I wonder if they could just go to the benefits page. The guys that listen, the guys in
of course, is monitoring.
Producer. Go to the benefits page. So basically, standards, training, recognition and awards, and other kind of benefits. So like we are already starting to talk with businesses. So like with a membership card of AMP, you would get discounts to buy instruments, you would get, discounts on everything. Even things like health insurance. Okay. If you have a body of artists, a lot of artists don't have health insurance and things like that. So we want to do things to benefit the members. But let me give you a quick example, right? This carnival, a couple of things have happened. They've like every year, we do a post-mortem of the previous carnival, and we do things. So one of the things this year they decided to do was to produce shows. Every show should be produced because they looked last year and the shows weren't produced. Now, I told you we had this meeting with all the producers. Right. All of the producers, the top producers in Grenada, about 35 of them, decided that the next thing that artists wanted was to have the people they work with, so the artists themselves, have a workshop for the artist training before Carnival.
Okay.
Right? Now, the powers that be, and I don't want to knock anybody, because sometimes I just think we need to talk to each other a lot more and just coordinate a lot more. So there is training happening by the bodies who are responsible for that. They have judges training, but they have no artist training.
Why?
So you see that's the kind of so these are the kind of things that we will join the conversation, and we would also offer some of that, and we've reached out that we could help with that. So we are the practitioners, so you come to the practitioners to see what the needs are. You might sit in your
on your high horse.
Well, I won't say that.
I say it on the high horse.
And you may think this is what the people this is what that group needs, but no, you need to talk to the group, because right now what they are saying they need is training before Carnival. Yeah. So those are the type of things we will do, and so far I think we onto something.
I like this. Empowering Grenada's music industry one beat at a time. Yeah. So what I want to do, because this is very interesting. I mean, for me as a performing artist myself, I want all the training that I can get, because in delivering I want to do the best delivery. So and I'm certain that there are other folks out there who are listening and viewing and saying, but I want to take advantage of this. Do you intend to have this training workshop, or what you would call it, before this carnival season?
It's too late now. Again, that's the thing. It's right now people are just into. I mean, Carnival is right on the corner.
Carnival.
Unfortunately, because of that lack of communications, it didn't happen for this Carnival. And the talk is that we'll do it for next Carnival. But I guess the point I'm making is that the need for engaging directly the practitioners. You got to talk to the people who. Yeah. On the ground and who know what's going on. So we reached out, but it was too late. People didn't even have a budget for it. They had budgets for other stuff. And so but these are I like the guys in the production. Please put up that page that says benefits. I just want to go through a couple of them.
Okay.
Benefits, if they can. Okay, then maybe. All right. So but anyway. It's too late for that particular training, but we certainly have other training. We've done stuff like this year we've sent out. We've had and I want to mention a couple of people who are involved as well. So we have Danielle Lamond, she's our lawyer. We have Andrew Hitz-Phillip, he's our interim vice president. We have Sam Ogilvie. We have Cleveland Cleveland, Childs. We have Tamara, Songbird, St. Bernard. And we have wider people. People who have really helped us a lot. People like Aaron and Twine. People from Goka like Anande Johnson. Curtis Joseph from Grenada Development Bank. And all those people have really, really been instrumental in how far we have arrived so far.
Okay. All right. Well, the season is upon us, but I challenge you. This morning I'm in a challenging mode. I challenge you that maybe in the next 2 weeks you're going to come back and expound on some of the things and let's see how artists are gravitating and producers and people within the industry are gravitating.
I think you will see a big, from that training with Casey, you would see a definite, not that anything was wrong with it. I think our music was fine, but you always could learn something.
Yeah.
And so I think the intervention Casey did, you would hear it this year.
Okay.
You would actually. I'm hearing it already.
I'm actually hearing it already.
So you want to big up Goka for that, Okay. And again, we work closely with Goka.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that Goka and by extension the administration saw it fit to invest in the arts in that way, the creatives, and I interview them all the time, so I know a lot of work is being done and a lot more will be done, and we look forward to greater things coming.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Mr. Gittins, always. And make sure I get a copy of that rhythm so I could write that rhythm too, right?
Oh, yeah. I
could write that.
No, you're kind of someone, boy. You're kind of someone.
I could write that rhythm.
I always say people should stick with what they know.
Folks, we got to go. We've got to join the BBC, which is already in progress. But thank you. This is the conversation for this morning. And if God spares, we're going to do this again tomorrow. Thank you.
Don't ever cut off the BBC for me, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.